Okay, but I just want to say, hey, thank you guys for doing a great job. ESE is a very difficult area to work in, very difficult. Being an area director, we work together, Kim, you and I realized the difficulty of working with ESE students and parents, because parents want what's best for their kids. We all can understand that, and you all have the front for the parents also. But you know, you have a job to do. You have to abide by the rules and regulations. I just want to say thank you all. Thank you for what you have done and continue to do for the parents and students in the ESE in Hillsborough County. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Member Washington. I'm just going to piggyback off of everybody up here. So I have a couple of questions. I know that, our parents with, our ABA parents and with ESE students are just anxiety riddled. They just want what's best for their students. So I just want to ask a couple of questions just for clarification's sake. What is the difference between the policies and procedures in this agenda item and the private institutional personnel procedures that we have for the district?
So the agenda item tonight is the state requirement. So basically it's the state statute that we're saying that we will be implementing here. Mm-hmm. And the procedure and the policy through the board and our Hillsborough County procedure is how we're going to implement that statute. That's what we're working on with that focus group about our procedure and how we're going to implement that every day here in Hillsborough.
Perfect. And the newsletter that you have, is there feedback from parents? Do you allow parents to provide you articles or talk to each other on that newsletter?
So it was our first one in September, yeah. But I do work with the Superintendent Advisory Council, so I'll be sure to seek some input from them. But I also do work with our parent liaisons, so like all the parent trainings that you see in the newsletter, I worked with them on gathering all of that information. So I will continue to seek parent input as well.
Perfect. Now, how many private instructional personnel are in our schools right now?
So right now we have 238 students that have private providers working in our schools. We have 17 non-ESE students who have been cleared for like observations and things like that. We have 54 who are still in the process of being approved due to not having credentials completed yet. This is for 98 different schools have these private providers in them, and there's 68 different agencies represented.
Okay. All right. And one more. And how do you continue to collaborate with the stakeholders moving forward that we're addressing today?
So that focus group that we started with even last year and continued, we met with them in August. Mm-hmm. We came to some agreements, that was an attachment in your newsletter on Thursday, just showing you some of the agreements that we came to and some of the still pending items that they want to discuss and that we want to discuss as well. So on October 3rd, we will continue to come back to meet with them. I also have reached out to Ms. Perez with ABA Rights and Dr. Murdoch from USF to collaborate on some training. So we've done some training with our schools around what their obligation is with PIP, what they have to do. But now we're going to move into a next phase of training about what is ABA therapy, what should it look like when these private providers are in your school. So we're going to try to work with them in a collaborative manner to create some training for our staff and parents and in our schools.
Okay, and you'll continue keeping this board abreast of what is happening and
yes,
everything that goes on with the collaborative working that you do?
Yes.
Thank you. Seeing no further comments or questions, please vote when. And it passes unanimously. The next item is item 1001,